Hey there, and welcome back to Hell with Podcast. I'm Tim here with Daryl, and we are glad to be here this morning. We've kind of had a little bit of a break, not planned break, but sometimes life just happens. It just ends up, you got things going on personally, you got things going on work wise, and then the flu or some kind of summer crap hits your whole family, and you lose your voice, you get some kind of respiratory thing going on. But we wanted to drop in this morning and say hello to everyone because it has been a little bit since we had been online. So we're glad to be here. And good morning to you, Daryl.
Hey, man, it's good to be back. I know you've gone through, man, it's been a hell of a month for you.
Yeah, it really has been. It's been, I tell you what, I mean, it was, it kind of, it really sucked for my wife. I'll say that because probably back at the beginning of July, and you got to understand this about my wife. She's not like me. She doesn't like you and I. We'll go to concerts like we don't care. We'll go. We'll just go. She'll go if she really loves the artist. And so we had this weekend planned because typically when I ask her if she wants to go if she wants to go see somebody, she'll normally say something like, let me think about it. Let me see. I don't know, which is fine. I know she's got to process and kind of plan it. But it was probably a few months ago, and I knew it was one of her favorite artists. I said, hey, do you want to go see? I couldn't even finish the sentence. I said, Harry Connick Jr. is going to be at, and she said yes. She said yes, I want to go. So I went and bought the tickets, and we were supposed to go, and a couple of days I think it was before we were supposed to go, she came down with just this awful. I don't know what it was. It was just she wasn't feeling right, so we missed that concert, and then the next week she was feeling a little bit better, and then you and I went to a concert Friday night, and then we'll talk about that in just a minute. But we went to that concert. I came home Saturday morning. She woke up, oh, I'm not feeling well again. And then she ended up with this respiratory fever, bronchitis. Just all sorts of mess. And I'm like, I escaped it. And then the following weekend,
Did you?
yeah, or did I? The following weekend, like the day before I'm supposed to go to California, crap, I can't believe I feel like this. And it just ended up all in my head. And it was just, trying to take care of her, and then when you get a respiratory thing, you get congested, and then your voice is, my throat was swollen. Just all this other kind of mess. That's just one of the things that was going on this past week, was just trying to keep our family well. And then my son and we both got sick at the same time. So fortunately, I never ran a fever, so I was able to keep my trip to California. But it's been a fun month, let me tell you.
Yeah, and traveling when you don't feel good just absolutely sucks.
Yeah,
So,
I know, and I was so glad. I was so glad though that you're wearing the shirt. I almost wore it this morning as well, but you're wearing the Renegade Stick shirt because that was the concert you and I went to on the Friday night before my wife came down with something. So I'm glad at least we were able to get there and go see them, and she didn't get sick, and then I had to worry about childcare, that we were able to get there. So how did it feel? Because I know Styx was one of the groups that you had never seen before. How did it feel being able to cross off Styx on your list?
I had a really freaking good time. Sticks was on my list. I don't have many bands on my list because I'm old, and this was a super super old man concert for me. And I don't care because every well, everybody on my list, I've only got like two or three left. So, but this was definitely one of them that I could cross off. I did share a birthday with Tommy Shaw, guitar player for Styx, and it was cool seeing his 74-year-old butt run around in leather pants. I was like, good for you, bro.
Wait. Tommy Shaw, I thought he was the guitarist for Damn Yankees. He plays for Styx?
I'm gonna run across the screen and punch you in the face.
He had a life before damn Yankees.
Okay, here's the face. Anyways, no, it was fun. I mean, they still can do the thing, man. It's really cool when you can see bands that are still as I mean, still. I mean, they're freaking old, man. They've been doing it since the early. I don't even know. Probably might be
70
late
something.
'60s. Definitely early '70s. But it was fun, and Chicago's got like 15 dudes on stage, 8 of them with horns in their hand. I mean, that was a really well put together show. So I definitely had a great time, and the crowd around us, I felt young because
Yeah.
everybody around us was in their 60s.
I mean, I will say, like you said, it was and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it was an old man concert in a sense, or it was our age women concert for the Chicago side because the because I don't think I've ever been, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, because I mean I'm not young. I mean I like to think I'm young. I'm 18 till I die, but little reference there for my concert tonight. But it there were a lot of white hairs in the crowd, and it was kind. But I mean, it was great because they were there. They were up on their feet. They were enjoying it, and I agree with you. I mean, both because we saw the Windy Cities tour, and I think when we saw them, it may have only, and I could be wrong on this, but I think it was like the third or fourth night of the Windy Cities tour, and they, you know, I for both bands, Chicago, in my opinion, Chicago and Styx were both very tight. Vocally, they sounded really good, and I enjoyed it as well. I mean, because I've always been a Chicago fan, and I've always liked Styx as well. So those two combined, it's like I thought I had a blast as well, being able to see both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been way deep into Styx catalog just because they're a little more progressive and a little more technical. So that's always my jam. But yeah, it was really cool. And sometimes when you see the older bands and they don't quite have it. I thought both those bands really brought it. So yeah, totally enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I mean, and the thing is with Chicago, I mean, they still have three original members from when they originally joined, but two of the members are no longer touring members. So when you're looking at them on stage, it is one out of eight, nine people on stage. There's one original member on the tour, but the way that but they weren't, it's not like they brought in 20-year-olds they didn't bring in 20-year-olds to play with them. They brought in people that were a little bit older, and I mean, I enjoyed it, and I actually the algorithms on Spotify for me are really getting screwed up and mucked up right now because I've been listening to both Chicago and Styx a lot since we've gotten back from that concert and just enjoying it. And then my son, I think he's found my 7-year old. I think he's found a new appreciation for like Chicago type music with the horns and the sections in there. And it's really interesting. Have you ever seen, I'm going on a side note here. Have you ever seen on YouTube, it's a lady and she's called the Charismatic Voice, I think.
Yes, I love her.
And she had a couple of Chicago ones that she did. She did 25 or 624. And then she also did Saturday in the Park.
Yes.
And I think she's an opera singer,
Hmm.
and she's listening to this vocally, so she's kind of like you in a sense where she can bring in and talk about the technical aspects of the music and how the horns play off the singer, and it's just been really interesting to listen to it from that perspective. But I think it's also listening to them over the past few weeks, it's brought a different type of music to my son, even though it's 1960. I mean, this is stuff that I'm listening to right now before I was born. I mean, late 60s stuff. He's hearing the horns and hearing that, and he's jamming out in the back seat to it. I mean, when I say jamming out, I mean I'm not telling him to jam out to it. he's literally sitting there. All of a sudden, he'll hear a song and start clapping to it and bouncing back and forth in the seat. And so that's kind of cool to watch, to see a 7-year-old listening to music that's almost 60 years old, but jamming along to it.
That makes me really happy. Yeah, but if you think about Chicago, like late '60s, early '70s, those horns were taking the places of where the electric guitar would take the place, in the '80s. Because I mean, they're doing some crazy stuff on his horns. And the charismatic voice lady, I love her because she does a lot of metal stuff too.
Yeah, she does.
So she'll pick up an Alice in Chains song or a Whitesnake song or something, and she'll break it down just like you said on the technical side. And she is no joke. Yeah, she is a classically trained singer, and she's a vocal coach as well. So yeah, she's taught me some stuff watching her videos because yeah, she does get into the weeds with what are they doing with their voices and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and things like that, terms that I'd never heard before. And I'm just like, all right, yeah, I can get with her. She's a very educational watch.
Yeah. And sometimes I will admit, when I'm listening to her, sometimes it gets a little annoying because she goes, I want to hear that part again. Okay, let's hear it again. It's like, just
Sometimes,
stop, just
yeah,
play it, just go
yeah,
through it.
yeah. Sometimes, yeah, but most of the time, it's like if she's trying to prove a point, then I can get with it sometimes. But yeah, sometimes it does get a little annoying.
And then seeing Sticks. I mean, I always like them. I mean, like you like the shirt you've got on Renegade. I know that's like one of your all-time favorite songs, and then at least they didn't sing Come Sail Away like Cartman, even though you did. And I'm so glad I didn't pick it
I'm
up when I was
saying
actually that it actually didn't pick it up on the recording when I was recording that part of the song. But I mean, they pitch wise, they just sounded really good. And if you get the opportunity to see them, go see them. If you like, even if you just like one of the bands, go see both, because I mean, we had some ladies sitting in front of us, and they were there for Chicago, and they probably listened to two or three of the Styx songs and left because Styx wasn't their jam. It wasn't, who they were there for. But I would say if you like one of the bands and you're going to the show, stick around for both of them because both of them were really, really good.
yeah. I mean, and the lady next to me, she had seen Sticks like
14
13 or
times or something
15
like that.
times or something crazy like that. And she was really happy I had never seen Sticks before. She's like, "You're gonna love this." And I was like, "You're probably right." And she was right. So yeah, and when they close with Renegade is my favorite Styx song, just because there's so much going on. It's like there's opening harmonies or the opening just solo from Shaw, and then the harmonies come in, and it's just like it's just a badass song, dude. I
Yeah,
mean,
it really is. I mean, just the way both bands, with the technical aspects and the transitions in the songs that you just don't hear a lot, in my opinion, anymore. It's usually, I mean, that's what I really loved about. I mean, even if you just listen to Saturday in the Park, and then when by Chicago, then all of a sudden it starts off, Saturday in the Park must have been the 4th of July. And then when it gets to the point where he starts singing Italian and the song for like a little clip, just the transition of the music right there, I just love that kind of stuff. And I think both bands have that about them that you don't see a lot anymore. And that's what I've always loved. That's why, speaking of Striper, that's where Striper podcast, not affiliated with the band, but we talk about Striper when we do talk about music. That's why I love Yahweh so much. I just love the transitions in that particular song. And it was a fantastic concert. But the best conversation that night was the dude who was sitting on the right side of me, and the two of you started talking about Vince Neil and Motley Crue. And man, this guy was defending Motley Crue like what you were talking about before we started recording. I mean, he was just like, "Yeah, you're gonna find the worst clips and post them." I'm sitting there like thinking, man, I don't want to be in the middle of this, you know, because I mean, you weren't holding back. You were like, "Why are you seeing them? They suck." I mean, and he was like, "No, they don't. They're the best band ever." And
yeah,
I'm
this guy
going to
was in the
see them.
fan club. I was like, bro, I mean, I'm not paying those prices to go see that guy. I'm sorry. I'm not having this conversation again for the 500th time on this podcast. But yeah, dude was he was passionate for his boy, and that's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, until I see something different than what I've been seeing, I'm just not. So hey, do your thing, dude.
I know
So
it was funny, but no, that was again
it was funny
fantastic
though.
concert. Yeah, fantastic concert, a lot of fun. I mean, brings back just a lot of memories listening to those songs as I was as we. I mean, I know you did the same as we were growing up, but if you get the chance, go see them. But also on another note, you're doing something new.
Doing
Tell us
something a
about it,
little
man.
doing something a little new. I have more free time on my hands now, so I kind of did a little offshoot channel. It's called Rock Hot Takes. It's on all the platforms, but like I just started it like a couple weeks ago, but it's just little reels, little 1 minute things. I'm starting a podcast with it. I've only done one episode, but it's just something. I mean, like like when we talk about the hell with the podcast, I would love that you listen, but really it's just stuff that I'm just being creative with takes and my opinions on certain things. The Rock Hot Takes, there's little 1 minute snippets that come out every day. I'm publishing stuff every Wednesday, just little fuller episodes, kind of like we do with the Hell with the Podcast. Not nearly as long because I don't have a co-host yet, so it's just me talking. So between me and Tim, it's not an hour and a half. It's about 45 or so, I think, if I can get there. But yeah, it's just a thing. I just have little takes about just it's rock and roll stuff. But yeah, it was just something I wanted to get out there and just I don't know. Like I say, it's something fun for me to do, and the YouTube reaction has been kind of wild. We're over 24 hours of view time, and 7,000 people have checked it out. I'm like, what in the? I don't understand the internet anymore because I have no idea why people are looking at this. But like I say, it's just fun for me, and like I say, it's you know hot rock takes, and go check it out if you want to. But yeah, if you're checking out this, then you're probably going to get somewhere in your feed. You're probably going to get something about what I'm doing now. So, but yeah, it's cool, and we're still going to be over here doing this. So, but yeah, this is more of a daily thing that might show up in your feed, and I'm just going to be doing more content over there as well as doing what me and Tim do.
Yeah, and again for that it's Rock Hot Takes. You'll find them. You'll find Daryl Facebook, YouTube. Your first episode was on the
TikTok,
Queensryche,
Twitter, yeah,
and
all the things.
yep, Queensryche, and I heard that. Actually, listened to that as I was flying back from California last week, and I'll say
Yeah, the
this:
first one was on Queensryche. Yeah, and we're gonna drop another episode tomorrow. So
we. I like how you say we. It's you, man. It's not we. It's you.
I always say we. I don't know.
It's just you. But it's all right. It's all right. But Rock Hot Takes, check it out. It's a new thing that Daryl is doing, and you'll learn some stuff too. And on the
Yeah, you
1 minute
might learn a
takes,
couple things. I get
I
into
mean,
the weeds on.
I did listening to the Queensryche podcast last week, and it's and the 1 minute hot takes or the 1 minute takes that he does every day. I mean, that's his opinion, so we're all entitled to have our opinion, and some people feel like, no, you shouldn't have an opinion. You should only do what I say and what I think. And it's like,
Some
come on,
people have
people.
told, yeah, some people have told me that I'm absolutely wrong, and that's fine. Bring it.
It's okay. That's their
So
opinion. And then you have
yeah,
yours.
it's
it's
no,
like
totally fine.
like
I love engagement, and I love talking about things. So yeah,
and it's the same thing. I mean, you have people that love ballads and don't love ballads, you
that's
know?
true.
And
And I can tell you that your opinion sucks too. So
yeah, I know, but I love ballads. I mean, I think they're very emotionally and depth and, everything like that. A couple of things striper wise. Check out the new song. It came out yesterday. We're going to talk. Well, I think we might dissect that this week on the episode, or we're going to talk about Iconic's new album. We haven't decided which one we're going to do yet, but if you haven't, it's called Ashes to Roses. And it's different from the first couple of singles that they've released off the album. And I'm not going to give my opinion on the song just yet, but they just dropped that yesterday, which was Monday on August the 3rd. And go give it a listen if you haven't listened to it yet. Lyric video on YouTube and everything like that. So, and then the album comes out September 25th, I believe. So get it pre ordered if you haven't already pre ordered.
I think I saw 51 days.
Yeah, I know. It's not too far. And I mean, I'll take this. I know we're fanboys, but my opinion is the rest of the album sounds like the first three songs. This is going to be a great album.
Yeah, I agree. It's been strong so far.
But it was interesting. It was interesting, though, how you, when we reviewed the second song, and how you picked up on it's missing Oz. And you just have that ear, and and you've always had that ear. And I was like, really? And then there was an interview that was done a couple of weeks ago or last week where I saw that Michael Sweet said he played most of the music, most of the guitars on this upcoming album because there was some health issues going on with Oz at the time. So it's it's kind of, to me, that not the story, but it was just kind of crazy how you said it was missing Oz, and then that article came out a week or two later.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna pat myself on the back for it, but I mean, it's you can just tell though when both of those guys are together. I mean, they're because it's layered, right? I mean, it's always been that sound that Mike and Oz, right? So when I was hearing that, I was like, "There's just something not here." And Mike has always been kind of a higher end tone wise, and Oz has always kind of been more of a bassy tone. And I mean, hell, I've listened to all these songs a million times. So when I was listening to it, I was like, there's a layer missing, and that's what it was. So I mean, I'm glad he came out and said that because he says everything. So I mean, hopefully, hopefully we can get all this wrapped up and Oz can come back, 100%, and we can move forward. But yeah, you can definitely tell.
I'm just glad to see that he's out there touring
Right.
with them and that it hasn't affected him being able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I'm going to save that comment because I don't want to put it out there.
Okay.
So,
All right. We won't we won't put that out there. And but yeah, so a couple of things that we talked about because I know we're almost at the 30-minute mark and we just said this was going to be a quick update to drop in and say hello because we hadn't been on in a couple of weeks or so. But just recap, if you get a chance, go see the Windy Cities tour. Even if you like either band, you'll enjoy both bands if you're able to go see them. And then secondly, don't forget to check out Rot Hot Takes. You can find them on any of the social media YouTube channels out there.
yep, for sure, for sure. Every day, all day, and full episodes on Wednesday.
Full episodes drop. You do them on Wednesday or they drop on Wednesday?
They, well, usually both.
Okay,
So,
okay, okay.
they definitely drop on Wednesday. And we do the shorties every single day. But yeah, they drop on every Wednesday.
Yeah, okay, cool. And one other thing, before we go, we had the opportunity to talk to our friends this past weekend
Yes.
from Rock and Metal Faith, Aaron and Chris. And we always have a great time talking to them. So, again, if you have the opportunity and you haven't done it yet, go check out their page. Their podcast is a lot of fun to listen to. And also, we're going to be having them on. I think it's going to be the first week, just because of calendars and everything. We're going to have them on, and we're going to be talking about Extremes album 6. So that's coming the first part. Just want to go ahead and plug that. That's coming the
Gosh,
first
how
part
long
of
is that one
September.
going to be?
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. We're actually I think we're gonna sync up with them the first weekend of September, which is nice because it's a nice long holiday weekend for us here in the states. And but they're in Canada, so I don't think they have Labor Day off. But we're gonna sync up with them Labor Day weekend
Man, you better pack a lunch for that one.
or dinner because they're a few hours behind us. So normally when we record with them, we do it in the afternoon.
Yeah, I might have a picnic basket just sitting right here. We'd just be talking about six for
Yeah, that's gonna be good. And then it'll be and looking forward to the new Extreme album that's supposed to come out sometime this year as well. I haven't seen an announcement on
and
it.
supposed to be the best one ever,
Yes, according to Nuno.
according to Nuno.
I know.
Man,
All
if they
right,
can
man.
best this six record, I will be a happy person. But
Yeah.
anyway, all right.
All right. Well, good to talk to you this morning, and we will see you again next week right here on To Hell with the Podcast. And again, thanks for listening. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Apple, Tunes, wherever everything kind of that kind of stuff drops. So,
All the things.
all the things, you got it. Until then, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you.
Love you guys.